guys. Say. Well, don't be giving it. Don't be giving the money. That's great, Josh. But don't you be giving that money back, buddy. Don't you be giving that money back. Yeah, I know the market wants it back, but don't you be giving it. Don't you dare be giving that money back. Important that you keep it. Once you're green, you stay green. You've had a fantastic day, buddy. Fantastic day. I'm stoked for you. Absolutely made up for you. Hey, we've not had a bad day ourselves. NKTX has been really good to us today. Doing very well. Doing very well. I took a trade and I put a range stop because I was going out and I was still in the trade. So I put a range stop on there, and the half of the position on a range stop and the other half just on a stop loss. And we got back and the range stop, the top, the take profit level had been hit, but I was still in there for the stop loss. So I just moved the stop loss up, and we sometimes just walk away from the desk, set your trade, and walk away. You put your stops in place, you take profit range in place, and all stress. Yes, Darren, I've been trading. I can't remember what we finished on with in the stream. We traded only NKTX. I've been trading since I ended the stream earlier. So yeah, it's been working really well for me. Five minute, you can see I've traded it all the way up. So we got this reversal. So if I just zoom out, got this sell off. So NKTX was good for us yesterday. Then we got this sell off, and this is on the 5 minute. Then we got this reversal, and I saw this reversal. I didn't get in straight away. I wanted some confirmation, and then we got in for the break of the $0.75, and then we started riding it up from there, and take some profit. And this was the one that really made some money here. But still in this from down here. Took a little bit of profit, but we're still in it. But we added for as it started to move up. We got big volume here as well. It started to move up. We added to the position, took some more profits up here, and that's when I set the range stop, and I set it for $16, and came back. It obviously pulled back. I wasn't even at the screen when it did all this, and it moved up, and I think I set the first one for $17.10, take profit at $17.10, and the stop out at $16, and yeah, it still in it. And then I moved the stop up to $16.75, and it came back and stopped me out there. So go figure. But yeah, we're 7k good, which is better than we started off with. We were about, I think, 1,600 down on the day when we left the stream on NKTX. We've had an 8,000 swing in our favour. So happy days. Right. All right, let's have a look at what's moving. Fine. Smaller price stock, 340s, moving up. Nutanix has had a great day. Nutanix, that looks bad, but look at it on the 5 minute. Just after when we finished the stream, this moved up, and I didn't catch this. one of my Trade with Tony students caught this, and it moved all the way up and moved from $4 up to almost $14 at the 1381. So 450 to 1381. That's another great move for mechanics. Nutex, not Nutex Health. But what I find amazing about this particular stock is there's no real catalyst, no news catalyst that's driving that. I would have been nervous trading that, but you know. No, Tuesdays aren't always the best day. Tuesdays, it depends. Some people like trading on Tuesdays. Mondays are the most profitable day for me. And Fridays I tend to lose more. I was 700 down just after the stream. I still think I got that down to about 150 as the stream was closed. It might be just after the stream was closing. But I was 10,000 down, if you recall, about 15 minutes into the market. And during the stream, I was just base hits, chipping away at that deficit. And when I finished the stream, I think it was like 4 p.m. my time. So we finished the stream, I was about 700 in the red. Now I'm nearly 9,000 in the green. So that's, well, I say nearly 9,000 in the green. I'm 7,500 if you take the commissions. It's another expensive day commissions wise, over $1,000 in commissions and charges. So yeah, so far we've made nearly $9,000 today. Yeah, it's a good day today. It took a while, but Peru's looking good as well. So I've not I've just sat back down after eating my dinner. So Peru's looking good. Yeah. It's below the it's still red on the day, but it's looking to make red. If you look at it on the 5-minute, this is the move. It's now making a move up. So looking to try and turn green for the close, I think. So I can see Peru breaking 14 before we close, maybe. Wanted Peru to move up today because it's still strong. If you look at where we are, it's look at it on the 60-minute, for example. We moved up, barely even. Moved this huge move up, and it's held most of its gains, so it's still up here. So on the 60-minute, we're not far off where we finished yesterday, and we had a really good day yesterday. So it's a consolidation day, despite the move up to kind of 1560s. It's a consolidation day, so tomorrow could be another good day for Peru. Expecting that a bit of continuation there. I got the continuation from NKTX in terms of profits. So that initial sell-off, 5 minutes. So we had the initial sell-off, and then it's been good. So it does respect the VWAP. It really does respect the VWAP, this stock, and that's why it was one of the reasons it was so easy to trade yesterday, is that it respected the VWAP so vehemently. Not getting FOMO that I missed that move up, because that was a great move up. X help. But Forge, I looked at Forge earlier, if you recall. Look at that now. Okay, that's moved up. Forge is 30% up on the day. It's got previous, so it went up to 2054. So closed yesterday at 13.15, went up to 2056, 7. Oh, 70% move there. torch. Which is unusual because normally the markets give you the most volatility. Yes, we're still getting the most volume in that first hour and 90 minutes, but we usually get the most volatility there as well. But we're getting some really good moves around lunchtime, kicking off around lunchtime over the last few days. So I might, lunchtime market time that is, I might stick around in future for a bit longer. If I'm not making it in that first hour, I'm just going to might stick around for a bit longer and see what happens over the lunch period. What halted down there, Josh? Are you back in? You back in Nutanix? Nutex? Hope you're not. That's selling off now. It's below the VWAP. Absolutely. No, 100%, Alistair. I'm with you. I'm with you. No, you can't win if you don't buy the ticket. But I'm 100% with you. It's great to see some of the students taking what they learn on the course and banking coin. Really, really good. Really good. To double your account in a single day. You've done enough today, Josh. Just sit back and relax. I'll send you a photo of it later, Alistair. Use the laptop, yeah. So I've got my Bazinga on my laptop screen. I've got my Bazinga on my laptop screen. I've got my Daytrader on the screen directly in front of me. I've got my watch list on the screen to my right, and I've got the chat and the stream and everything else on my screen to my left. I've effectively got 4 screens. I know you've got a setup with 3, but you're not streaming and you've not got the additional requirements, so that's fine. NKTX, yeah, that was a nasty one. But it's respecting the VWAP. Did you see that? So if you got caught in that flush, I would have been confident that this is going to bounce back over the VWAP. It really is respecting the VWAP, this. Getting high and then it's pulling back, and it really pulls back viciously to the VWAP. But I've been fairly confident about using that as a support and buying it as a support level. So yeah, that's just off, didn't it? Yeah. Gains pre-market. Arch. Let me have a look at this one. Ooh. Some volatility on this one. 5 minutes. Good range on ups and the downs. Probably difficult to ride though. Quite expensive as well. So what happened to our? This was a classic earlier. We got in on the ride up. Up down, and then it's just kind of consolidating. So that's not something we're likely to trade now. I think we'll probably just take our gains and leave at this time. What did Redbox do? Sold off. It's gone red on the day now. Who's trying to make a comeback? My goodness, I've just heard that Man City are 2 goals up against Real Madrid. Wow. Ouch. Is it me, or is the markets just absolutely having a meltdown? Look at this. This is the Nasdaq. Wow. Nasdaq's 3% down on the day. The Russell, 3% down on the day. Oh, ouch. Didn't realise the markets were in such bad shape. The Dow's only kind of 2% down, but still. Oh, there's blood in the water. So if you're in one of these like big stocks, Tesla's probably selling off. Look at that. Tesla sell off. Hemorrhaging. Hemorrhaging. Microsoft will be the same. Who was it that said short Apple? If you took their advice, you could have made a pretty penny shorting Apple. Buy calls, options calls. So yeah, the markets are major sell-off, big time. Despite yesterday's little rally, it seems to have been a bit of a dead cat. Yeah, all the markets are big time red. Capitulation, that's one way of describing it. Well, Tesla is it's I don't know about it's I don't think it'll get down to 700, certainly not today at least. I don't think you're in any danger of hitting 700. I mean, it's what, 885 right now, but it's dropped from 1,000. It's dropped to $100. I think if you could have seen that ahead of time, and how much you could have made just shorting Tesla. Go figure. No, the circuit breaker is across the board, and it's based on if it falls within, if it moves a certain percentage within a certain time frame. Don't tend to find happens is you get any circuit breakers if it gradually continues to sell off throughout the day. You can get 5 minutes later. The level up and level down is constantly moving throughout the day. So if you're getting close to the level, the halt level, and that 5 minutes is up, it moves further down, and it moves further down based on the current price point when it changes. So then you've got another 5% move that can continue to sell off. Now, you would have to get significant sell-off for the wider markets to move 5 points in the day, but you know, yeah, all the S&P, all the big S&P stocks will be down, Jack. Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, Amazon, AMD, all of these big stocks, the S&P 500 stocks will be down. Oh, let's have a look at the meme stocks. I've not looked at our friendly neighborhood meme stocks for a while. AMC, that's oof. Ouch, look at AMC. All of the Reddit crowd, they'll be in tears. It's down below $16. It's 1560, less than 1560. What's GME doing? GameStop. That's sold off as well. Not quite as severe, but it's still sold off. What I find amusing about this right now is that these meme stocks are following the trend of the market, which historically this last year they've had their own little trend and they've kind of booked the market by the market. GameStop's under 130 now, so that's interesting. Last time we were at these levels was mid-March when we had that first that run up with GameStop. Now, when we had that run up, this is the last time we were down. So it's basically had that run up in mid-March and it's sold off since, and it's still selling off. So meme stocks are not having a good time at the moment. To be honest, thought I'd come back and trade something, but I'm not. Okay. 15 million shares. It's not right. Hang on. Florida Future Intelligence. Okay. Just looking at the scanners. Not getting huge moves. This is the one that's got all the volume at the moment. Setup state right though. Everything's starting to sell off now, in line with the wider market. Good day for shorting. If you're a short bias trader, I reckon you could have made an absolute fortune today. What's crypto looking like right now? I completely missed Nutex's health. I was busy trading. In Carter. I completely missed Nutex's health. And Nutex had a really good move. If I'd seen that, I would have been in on it. I didn't, so I wasn't. Someone had 100k puts on Tesla. They will be a millionaire now, a multi-millionaire. Think about it. Depends on what the strike price is, of course. But let's say if you're putting puts on Tesla, what are we at now? You bought the puts at, let's say, kicked off at 1,000 this morning. You bought the puts at, let's say, 990, and he had a strike price of 950. He's well in the money. Well in the money. each one of those contracts, you get 100 contracts, 100 shares per contract, and each one of those contracts probably what, 50-60 bucks or something. And he's got 100 shares per contract, and each one of those shares has gone down 50 bucks. Oh, 70 bucks since his strike price. I do options. I tend to swing with options. There's an introduction to options on the course. I will be building out a more elaborate options play, more in-depth options section for people that are on the course that will be able to learn how to trade options. But I mean, think about it. You buy puts at 990, the strike price of 950. They'll be next to nothing, because who's gonna, even if you could get puts at 950 and $40 down, they're gonna be next to nothing. And now you're $70 in the money per share. Yeah, some of the thing is though, watch for a bounce though, because likes of Tesla, what we good thing to do now is buy calls. Maybe for mid-April, buy calls at 950 for Tesla, because that will bounce back. Maybe put them out to June. Actually, let's log into my interactive account to get the. Bear with me one moment. Let's look at Tesla. Options chain. Look at the Tesla options chain right now. To buy calls, let's just look for calls on June the 3rd at say 950. You could get calls for Tesla at 950 right now for 50 bucks. 50 bucks calls. So I think that's worth a punt. I'll actually buy some. They're in the puts for 850. They're about 50. They're about 58. 57, 58 dollars each. Third. Put it for May. Let's look at mid-May. Cheaper. And 50 calls mid-May. Yeah, look at that. For May the 13th for Tesla, you can get calls on interactive. You can get calls for 28 bucks at 950. I think that's a good. That could be a good punt. I might take some of that. Yeah, the Americans love the options strategies. It's a good way to get additional leverage. I mean, each contract is effectively 100 to 1. You know, because you're getting 100, the option to buy 100 shares at whatever the strike price is. And I think Tesla, if you give it a fortnight, will it get back to 950? It possibly could. Will the markets recover back to kind of where they are? Possibly. Look for a smaller price stock and you could get even more. AMD, for example. AMD's down at 85s now. Let's have a look at what the options chain on AMD is. Chain. And getting buy calls on AMD. We're 85 now. So $90 calls for May the 20th. Going to cost you less than $5 each. That's definitely interesting. $5 in the next 3 weeks. $5 up. I'll be taking some options out this. Take some options later. Yeah, I mean, it's not about do I think it's going to continue to go down. Yes, I think it is going to continue to go down in the short term, but will it bounce back, and how quickly will it bounce back? Yes, it's definitely going to bounce back. So if you're going to be taking options, ask yourself a question: is that okay? Well, how quickly is it going to bounce back? We expect it to bounce back in the next week. Not to that level. So from 880 back up to 950, maybe not. We expect it to bounce back to 920 or 930 in the next fortnight. Give it enough breathing room. With options, the thing is, you don't want to be. You can make big money if you bought options that expire at the end of this week and you get big moves. So if you bought puts today that expire on Friday, you can make massive money with them. But yeah, thanks scalper. But what you don't want to be doing is having your options expire worthless at the end of the week just because they didn't make it into the money and you held on to them. Because nobody's going to buy them, really. You can't really get no one to get rid of them to. So you need them to start getting into the money if you're buying them within the week. You really want to buy them with a realistic strike price, but enough wiggle room, enough time before they expire. So at least 2 or 3 weeks, possibly a month before they expire, and that way you're giving it enough room to recover. Because there's got to be a bounce at some stage. There's got to be a bounce. Looking at this on the daily. Tesla on the daily. Got to be about. It's taken all this time to get up, so it's got to be about. Back to 850 to bounce up to. Yeah, so it could quite easily bounce over the course of 2-3 weeks. Cover those numbers. I would say asking it to get back to 1,000 in that time might be a bit optimistic, but asking it to get to 950, I think that's a realistic expectation. 925. Yeah, options, they can melt up as well as down though, that's the thing. Might be take puts right now on Tesla. Take puts at 850 and hedge by taking calls at 925. Get into the money with one, and it's paid for the other ones, and anything else is a bonus. And you could still get paid on the other one anyway. So that's one way of doing it. Bit of a stranglehold. Right, let's have a look back to the market. Oh, Utex Health trying to make a move back. This 15-minute candle to make a new high. Or thing Peru. Oh, everything's selling. Why the market's having an effect. Oh, yeah, good day. The hedge strategies are good, but particularly if you give it enough wiggle room, if you give it enough breathing space when you're taking your hedge strategy, super chip, because that way you can take profit to effectively cover whatever you paid out, and a little bit of profit besides. And then the other contract, even if it expires worth it, you're in profit. But if it then makes a move to the makes a reversal and moves to the other way, then you make money on both contracts. You make money on the puts and the calls. So hedge strategies definitely are good strategies to employ with options. Yeah, absolutely. Right below. I'm just looking at the 15-minute charts at the minute for likes of Forge and or reversals. In that it's power hour, I'm surprised we're not seeing any kind of clear reversal signals. Their time frames. SPY. SPY is not. I can't remember the last time that the markets were this much down over the space of. And last week was blood in the water as well. We had 3 consecutive red days last week, and I thought we'd reach the end of it when we had the little rally yesterday. I thought we'd bounced. Oh, sell off again today. Ouch. All the gains we made at the end of March have just been wiped out. The daily, Nasdaq, all these gains that were made at the end of March, all just wiped out. Oh. It's a horrible day. And crypto had a rally overnight. Where are we now? Oh, gee, that rally didn't do much. sold off again. So crypto's in the same space, in the same way, selling off. But Bitcoin's down 5%. It's down at $38, 38,000 again. Ethereum's a little over 2,800 coin. But my poor Cardano, 7% down today. Crypto's not having a good day at all. I mean, I'm looking at this portfolio here and it's just shocking. There's red all over it. My long-term holdings are everything is red on the day. It's not red in total, but it's down on the day. Everything's down on the day that I'm holding long term. Oh, you don't like to see it. I'm just gonna concentrate on my intraday. I'm not. I'll take a look at the end of the day and see where we're at. Might be worth looking at buying the dip at the end of the week. I've got some gains. Any additional gains that I've got this week, I probably will add to those and buy the dip. Discount buying. Tex is hemorrhaging now. So look at this. Moved up, back down to the VWAP. NKTX again bounced on the VWAP. So reliable on the VWAP at the minute. So reliable since it kicked off yesterday. I definitely won't be doing power hour tomorrow. You're absolutely right, Alistair. New coins always do well, Super Chip, because they have that initial pump. So when new coins come into circulation, they've usually had a lot of hype, but people are kind of itching to pull the trigger. Look at ApeCoin, how that came into the market. It went up kind of about 800% in the first couple of days of release, and then it sold off ever since. So a lot of new coins, it's very much pump and dump scenario with some of the new coins. Just be careful with that. Oh. It's 2-1. Keep that on watch. Background. Yeah, I mean, right now I'm kind of at that stage. I'm a little bit gobsmacked at the way that everything's just sold off. Blood in the water. So it's best just to sit and watch and admire the view. I reckon probably could have got above 17 with NKTX had we not did get above 7 profits. Profit 17. You know, 17.13. $16.50. Profits at 17.13. 17.13. So that was nice. Yeah, I'm holding Cardano as well, and probably the one coin that's consistently red for me. I stocked up on it last year. October last year, I put more into Cardano than I did with pretty much anything else, and it's disappointed me. I'm still bullish on it. I still think in the long run, in the long term, it will come good for me. Just right now, it's not performing very well. Yeah, so we've lost a year of gains there, Les. No, I think you'll find that Liverpool will score more than one against Villarreal. In Europe, they've scored more than one goal in every single game this season. They've not been held to a single goal in a single game this season. They've lost a game, one game, but they'll score at least 2 against Villarreal tomorrow. Hoskins. Oh, guys, come on! Give the screen 10 taps each. Just let's get over 500 likes for the for the Power Hour stream. I know I've not been trading, but honest, it's blood in the water. Did you see that then? KTX just bounced again at the VWAP. Oh, getting very predictable. KTX sticking to the top pretty much all day. It has resistance to start off with, and then once it broke it, ever since. Just after 12 market time, I broke it and back and strong on the 5 minutes quite contact. Having a good run tomorrow. Consolidation chart, considering where we were yesterday, $7.77. I think this is going to have another run at either tomorrow or Thursday. This will have a good run. Probably tomorrow's going to be a good bet for that. As a betting man, I will be taking a swing on this overnight. I'm a betting man, but that's the point. All right, okay. Well, I've actually just funny you should say that, Alistair, but I've lost 2 stone in the last two to 3 months, and I didn't even realize I was losing it. I had some jeans that were like 40-inch waist, and they were really loose on me. I was getting really loose on me, so I'm back into 36-inch waist jeans. And I weighed myself when I took the dog to the vets yesterday morning. I weighed myself, and I'm 18 stone now. So for those that aren't familiar with stones and pounds, that I'm 250 pounds. So I was nearly over 285 pounds, which is 20 stone, not too just a couple of months ago. But I've actually lost 2 stone in the space of a couple of months. I've not been doing anything different. It's just the wine, which is what was bringing me to it. I've not been drinking as much wine, Alistair. I've been saving wine. I've been having maybe a couple of glasses of wine times a month now. I've just not been drinking as much as I used to. I used to be drinking pretty much on a nightly occasion. I'd have I would say a glass of wine. It was a bottle-shaped glass, but it was still a glass of wine. I wasn't drinking it from the bottle, but I would have one glass. Granted, I would top it up 4 or 5 times, but it was just the one glass. But I've just not been drinking the wine, and the weight's falling off me. People say it's a beer belly. No, it's a wine belly, I'm telling you. If you 2 more months, and I'll be as good as I'll look as good as my profile picture. I'm gonna be a catfish. $17 is what I'm waiting for here with Etienne. See it break $17. Yeah, that's the next course. Slimming with Tony. Got hustle with Tony. You got trading with Tony. Why not? Get my big jeans out. The before and after pic. Real entrepreneurs have fingers in so many pies. Oh, Nash. Nutex is considering how much Nutex was up. It's traced most of its gains. It went from 450 all the way up to 1380, 1381. So that was a $9 move, and it's down at 760s. So traced most of its gains. Talking of moves up. Oh, $17. Here we come. Got a distance level at 1694, so I'm just going to hold it for 17. Got resistance at $17 as well, obviously. Tap that 4 times in. Just got the spike. Didn't get the candle up there, but we did get the spike. 1710. High of day so far is 1724. Get 1710 twice now. Checking on 5 minutes. I was just looking at Spartan Nash. Them. Yeah, the thing is with Spartan is it's low volume. It's not great volume. Check it. The pop up, but it's on relatively low volume. So 1 million shares traded across the whole day. It's probably going to sell off now. Oh, keep my eye on KTX. Break of $70. 17 is important level. What I want to see it do is tap 17, pull back, go for the second, and move up and take it on the second attempt. It's got 1699, so that's the tap. Have a pullback. Next attempt, I want to break it with volume. Got 8 minutes to the close. Sure if it's worth taking a trade with 8 minutes to go. The longer it takes to break that $17, the less likely I'm going to take a trade. But let's see. Up and break 17 now. 5 minutes to go. I can get a trade in for 5 minutes, no problem. Window between 20 and 24 on this pocket site. I don't know why, it's only $4. I think it could really quickly once window. That price action. Price. Needed. $40 out there. Just waiting for seeing this $17 level has been resistance so many times today. Was yesterday as well. But yeah, it's a couple of times yesterday as well. So for the break of 17, we can 19, break 20, and into that window. I've got a positive attitude, haven't I, today? Well, that's what gains do to you. Make you happy. Gains make you happy. Say Red Bull gives you wings. Profits give you energy. Positive disposition. Take the money home now. Absolutely. Got 4 minutes left of the market, so and it's starting to pull back from that 17 that I was looking for. So unlikely I'm going to be taking a trade into the close. But you know, we do what we do. I'm not over trading, I'm just watching. I mean, I've got nearly $9,000 worth of gains, Alistair. How can you say I'm over trading? I'm trading just the right amount. As long as I'm making $5,000 a day, I'm trading just the right amount. I mean, we're over $60,000. Going into tomorrow, over $60,000. I'm looking at my net gains, 7,500 profit it'll be settles. So we started with 54, so we'll be a little over $60,000. So we've made over $56,000 profit in 12 trading days. Let's have a look at the Dow. On the 5 minute. It's not looking healthy, is it? But that's the whole market. The S&P is just the same. The Russell index, which is a small cap index, looks just like the Dow. Nasdaq, that had a harder sell-off at the beginning of the day, but the net result is the same. All the markets are hemorrhaging. The Dow is probably the least. Is down the least of them all, of all four indices. So back in on the I'm done for the day. 2 minutes left. I'm done for the day. But you can never. The question is, what will the out of hours session be like? So the post market and of course the morning session tomorrow. It's got to be a bounce, otherwise I can't. Someone's going to have to step in. If we have another day like today, on the back of last 3 days of last week, it's looking very bearish. Well, it's too late to take a trade now. We've got a minute left, so by the time that by the time I've taken the trade, I'm just going to be going into the close, and I don't, as you all know by now, I don't like holding positions into the close unless it's a stock that's releasing earnings and the earnings are going to be good earnings. Like Tesla a couple of weeks ago, it was clear and obvious to anybody that was watching the build up to that it's going to rally on the release of the earnings. Bucking the trend, absolutely. I think I'm not the only one bucking the trend today. I think Josh has had an absolutely stonking day. Josh is one of the students on the Trade with Tony course and doubled his account in a single day. So happy days. When you get those kind of gains. There we go. Market's closed for another day. Casino is over. But yeah, interesting day, guys. For a number of reasons. What's great about markets that are trending down and heavily down is it incites volatility. And volatility is, as intraday traders, volatility is our friend. Volatility and volume are what we make profit from. So the fact that we're in a downwards market like that, and a heavily downwards market, is why we're getting so many runners. Like yesterday we had NKTX, today we've got Nutex Health. We've got a lot of runners, good runners that are over 40, 50, 60, over 100% gains in a particular day. You don't get those kind of moves on the index, which is, people ask me, why don't you trade the index itself? I'm like, well, the instruments that make up the index, you're getting 150, 200, 250% moves. You can make bigger gains by trading those than you can trading the index, which is moving 2-3%, if you will, at the moment. So the Nasdaq's down 4% today. This is the Nasdaq. So it's selling off after hours. Look at that, selling off after hours as well. So it's now 4% down on the day. Look, I'm not too worried. Kind of macroeconomically, it's not a good thing. My long-term holdings, I'm not too worried, because I'll just dollar cost average at the end of the month, end of the week, which is the end of the month, and buy some discounted stock for the move back up. One thing that you can rely on with the markets is when you have a big sell-off like this, ultimately it might take a week, it might take a month, it might take a year, but it will recover. So long term, it's not a big deal. I think where it becomes a big deal is if you are about to collect your pension tomorrow or next month. Enjoy the wine, Alistair. If you're trying to trade intraday, and this is one of the reasons that we look for lower cap stocks that will buck the trend, they're not as heavily influenced by the wider market. They are influenced by the volatility of the wider market. So we end up getting people jumping in onto Nutex Health. We get people jumping in onto NKTX or Veru or any of those other stocks. That's why we make those big volatile parabolic moves, and we can outperform the market by trading those. And when they reach the top, so Nutex Health would have been a good candidate for shorting. If I go to Nutex now, when it reached up over 100%, got to kind of $13 on the 5-minute chart, you can see over $13, but shorted all the way back down to 7. So you could have made the moves up and the move down in a single day, and potentially 200-300%, 2-3x your money. But, yeah, the market's closed. The casino is closed for the day, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. So join me in the morning or afternoon, depending on where you're sat. 1 p.m. London, Dublin, 8 a.m. market time. Enjoy your evening, guys. See you tomorrow.